Good morning, sunshine. Welcome to another day of the Make Your Damn Bed podcast. Today, I wanted to talk more about love languages, despite the fact that I did spend probably 2 or 3 days talking shit about the origins of them. I still think the actual languages that he divides into categories are really valuable. Yesterday, I gave some examples on how to spend quality time together, but today I wanted to talk about my second favorite love language, which is acts of service. And I'm not just talking about hand jobs. All right, that was too much probably for the morning. I apologize. In reality, acts of service are typically task-oriented. It takes a little bit of the weight off of needing to be an adult, right? And for some reason, I'm really good at acts of service for other people in hopes that they'll help me with my things, because it is so much easier to see other people's things they need to do and easily put those on a to-do list and rank them. But it's like when looking at your own mess, it's so hard to know where to start and how to start because the shit is overwhelming. So typically for me, acts of service include any and all chores that need to be done. If you see a need, fill a need, right? Like if the trash is piling up, take the trash out. If there's hair on the sink, wipe the hair out, right? If the laundry hasn't been done in a while, run that washer. But this can be other things too, like if you learn that your partner is really bad at getting their oil changed on time, go in to get their oil changed. Or if you know that they're gonna have a busy week and they forgot to get gas, maybe running out and grabbing gas for them before they have to run out in the morning for work. Packing lunches with little notes in there, anything that's thoughtful about whatever they have to do that doesn't necessarily impede on their experience or their own ability to do the thing, but can offer more of that boost that they might need to get through whatever the task is. A big one for me with acts of service that I've learned, dating people with, how can I put this the kindest? Dating people who weren't as service oriented was simply doing things when I asked them to. Like if the trash needed to go out and I was the only person taking it out, I don't feel guilty asking my partner or my roommate to take it out because we both created the trash together. It shouldn't just be my responsibility. That said, having to nag about something or become perpetually aggressive about something is not a good feeling for me. It's not a good look for you. You don't like it when I do it and I don't like doing it. So that part I like to avoid. And in which case, if I ask for something to get done in a casual manner with non-aggressive, non-defensive tone, I would hate to have to keep re-asking for those acts of service to be done. Right? Because a lot of the time, I think that we expect partners to read our minds or we expect them to see the world, especially when we live together, in the same way that we do. So the things that might annoy us, we're like, they love me, they get me, why don't they see this? But it doesn't bother them the same way, and that's okay. But if I communicate that it's bothering me and you can't respect that or accommodate that when I do address it in real time, that's where I think things get a little tricky and can make people in relationships feel like there's a power dynamic, or it can make me feel unheard. And another thing I noticed while I'm on this tangent of having to ask for things to be done and them not being done was when I do fall into those tropes of what a lot of straight men will refer to as nagging, I notice that I feel more like a parent because I go into nanny mode. And that makes me less attracted to my partner. And then my partner is looking at me as this parental figure, so they're not attracted to me. And it makes it so that our romantic relationship is the last thing on either of our minds. So to me, acts of service that come in forms of communication and doing it in a timely and respectable manner in a way that doesn't make me feel like I'm running shop at the house, right? That makes it feel like we're a partnership, we're on the same team, we have the same goals in mind, which is keeping a nice home together. Then I think that that makes things a lot easier. And since I'm on the subject of acts of service, I'll say that my last really great example in my life has been anyone who's dating me and will offer to take my dog out for me or grab the poop bag. That's the move right there, because it's not a fun activity. Nobody really likes, I mean, if they're into it, that would be weird. But if they're just taking one for the team and they're like, I got it, I'll pick up the dog poop and I'll throw it in the trash. That to me is the ultimate romantic gesture. One of the first sketches I ever wrote was I was on a first date and my date offered to pick up the dog poop for me, and then the lights turned down and slow motion he picked up the dog poop to Etta James at last. And it was a really fun sketch to act out all together because it's real. It's the real deal. You know, if you're taking the load off of my hands, to me, that's very, very romantic. And if you do so without me having to ask you, because you just noticed that I might need an extra set of hands and whatever that may be, helping me carry the groceries, helping me with whatever my day needs, to me, that's very sexy and can be really, really attractive. And if it's not meant as a means to control or manipulate, and it's just simply meant as a way to help. Anyway, I love you very much, and if you could do me a solid act of service, if you haven't already, and go rate this 5 stars on Apple or wherever you listen, that would be really dope and mean a lot to me. Also, if you could go subscribe on youtube.com/JulieMerica, that would also be dope. But this is me just asking for acts of service. You don't have to follow through with them if that's not something you're comfortable with. And that's on open communication, baby. I love y'all so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and take care of yourselves as much as you can. And I will talk to you tomorrow while you make your damn bed. Bye.